Like, you literally are using an anime avatar that you colored to look more like you, or had somebody else colored to look more like you. Why you use anime style? Why don't you use African style art? Like, literally, the hypocrisy of this bullshit just undoes me.
I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers. If you want to help out the channel, support me on Patreon at Crimson60620 and on Twitch at Crimson620. Thank you for your support, and please enjoy the video.
Ultimate video for the night, final video of the night, and we're actually going to go over this. As you guys know,
and blackwashing.
Shut up. As you guys know, I have a thing against people who are anti-SJWs. I feel that they are fucking stupid, and I feel like they are, especially if you're a person of color and you think that being anti-SJW is some kind of like token, a badge of honor. I think you're just betraying people that are marginalized like you are, only to score motherfucking points. And yeah, as I will tell a lot of these fuckers, last one in is first one out, motherfucker. Boom. So when you think because you standing up for the anti-SJWs that they wouldn't turn on your ass in a minute, ask Milo. I'm just saying, ask Dave Rubin, ask any of these motherfuckers that they feel they're gonna throw these marginalized group under the bus that they're part of. Ask them how I feel once they effectively fought the war that they thought they was gonna fight and win. Ask them how they feel to be next. You know, ask Tommy Lauren. Like, we have so many examples of this shit. So when I see people who are ostensibly a part of a marginalized community and they, you know, carry weight for racists, well, let's see what they fucking talking about. Let's go.
Okay, let's do this.
Like, it's ironic that, like, this motherfucker is talking about whitewashing or blackwashing. He is literally taking an intro from Bleach, an anime. Like, dude, you weren't there. You're blackwashing the character from an anime. But no, that doesn't matter because one rule for me and another one for thee. Let's go.
One of the things I find interesting about ideologues is their tendency for doublethink. This is when a person accepts contradictory ideas at the same time.
Like what you are doing now. You're doing a thing. Okay, let's go.
They'll oppose something when it's done to another group, but think it's perfectly fine when their side does it. The reason I find this so interesting is because I've never met anyone who does this who can justify it with reason. Instead, they turn to massive leaps of logic and insane amounts of contradiction and hypocrisy. For
It's the pot is calling the sand, Mr. Kettle, you're black.
example, take the idea of race swapping characters. In general, there's no reason to swap a character's race. The character's appearance is as the author envisioned them, unless the character is based on a real person or another character. There is no inherent problem with that, no specific need to change anything. However, some people don't like that there aren't a lot of—
Wait, some of these characters aren't even human. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Fuck. Alright, let's go.
Characters, specifically popular characters, who match their race. So some of these people decide to take established, usually white characters, and change their races. This is done—
Wait, how many of these people are literally non-human? At least half of these people are not human. Megan, oh my god, fuck, Megan is a white Martian pretending to be a green Martian. She is literally doing the thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And fucking Starfire is never seen to be black or white. She's fucking orange. Okay. Let's go.
To create representation, the idea of seeing yourself in the media you consume. Now, one could argue that fiction by its very nature invites you to see yourself in the media you consume.
No shit, Sherlock. It's called self-insert characters, or it's called fucking architect type. Really? All right, let's go back to it. Let's call back to a video that we did earlier tonight. When you think of the character Odysseus, do you think alabaster skin motherfucker, blonde hair, and blue eyes? No, he was Mediterranean, you dumb fuck. Okay, but this Greek myth and mythologies, it's okay, let's go.
Many, if not most, of the characters depicted are nothing like the people watching the shows or reading the books. Real people aren't vampires. Real people don't have the Force. Real people aren't super geniuses who just love the science but can't even.
And real people aren't anime characters living out their best weed fem. Okay. Is he saying that only white people act like that? Like, is that what he's... Okay.
Audience is nothing like the characters on screen, but they still identify with them because they see aspects of those characters in themselves, and vice versa. It would appear then that race isn't an inhibiting factor. People don't have to look exactly like the characters for this to happen. So why do some people become obsessed over this? I think it's partly pettiness. I'm gonna change this.
Wait, is pettiness? He think it's partly pettiness? Oh my god! So if it doesn't matter, so why are so many straight white males so upset that they're changing so many different characters, gender and race and sexuality? Why is it such a problem for it to happen the other way? Because reasons? Because reasons. I didn't know it was because reasons. Because reasons. But let's continue.
It's just to piss you off. I think it's also partly a genuine desire to see people who usually aren't depicted in the media they consume. However, I think...
What? It's almost as if you want to have a character that looks like you in the media that you consume. What? No. What? That's almost a non-malicious reason to have a character look like you. I wonder who else would want the characters to look like them. Maybe brown people, maybe black people, maybe white men. Okay.
I think it's mostly about the racial hangups within that group, and that's especially true of black people. We have a lot of baggage when it comes to how we're perceived culturally, and if you give that grievance too much room to breathe, it's gonna be all over you like a boss from Elden Ring.
Wait. Oh my god. This shit is so fucking unfucking believable. Black people have a problem with being presented a certain kind of way in media? What? No, they should just shut the fuck up and deal with it. Because reasons. I mean, like, if you say the word thug, what comes to your mind? Oh. Like, when you see the word, and that's not a problem for you? That's not a problem for you. Because reasons. Yeah. I forget. Because reasons. Let's go.
That's the only way I can rationally explain this series of tweets trying to justify blackwashing. That's when you turn white people black because something systemic racism. She says, quote, "I've seen a lot of people make the claim that drawing a white character black is just as racist as making them white. So I'm here to explain why this is dead wrong for you."
Why does he have to put on the stupid ass voice? Like, for real, why does he have to put on a stupid ass voice? I just don't get it. Why do you have to put on a stupid ass voice? And oh yeah, you found a cringe tweet. Wow, I find cringe tweets all the time from right wing, and I fucking hate doing the both sides shit. All right, let's go.
You, a thread. Okay, sure, but before we get to that, can I ask a technical question? Why come black girl got vitiligo? I assume this is just a random character. If not, if it's supposed to be you and you have vitiligo, okay, but I thought your point was about whitewashing and blackwashing, not skin conditions. White girl...
You just answered your own fucking question. You fucking dumbass. Okay. Brief.
Girl don't have vitiligo, so why does black girl have vitiligo? If this is supposed to be a representation of the average black person, most black people don't have vitiligo, so why come she got it? I'm just asking because it kinda doesn't make any sense. Speaking of which, you're about to black-explain why race swapping isn't racist when black people do it? Quote, let's talk about facts. White people are the main race represented in cartoon media to this day, while black and other POC are not, or their representation is nothing but a racial caricature or a harmful stereotype.
This is true. This oh my god. Like, outside of DBZ, DBZA, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Mr. Popo, like in the original series, Mr. Popo was seen as a dumb fuck and seen. Okay. They literally had in the same series a character named Mr. Black with big red lips and shit. You don't think that's a fucking problem? Okay. And we're not even gonna talk about the Song of the South. How Disney is still like they will let the copyright of that movie fucking run away and go everywhere. Just go.
You said to this day, but the examples you show are from 60-year-old American cartoons and
Dragon Ball Z wasn't an American cartoon. And this motherfucker here, right here, looks like literally a One Piece character. Okay.
30-year-old Japanese cartoons. Is there a reason why you didn't pick a current animated show or film as an example? I mean, this is from Kurtzman's Star Trek. Is this nothing but a racial caricature?
Oh, because one isn't, like, we have one stereotype, one that isn't a stereotype. That means, like, are we still not going to talk about Cleveland Brown? I mean, like, we can still talk about Cleveland Brown here.
Harmful stereotype? How about Avatar: The Last Airbender or Turning Red from Pixar?
Wait.
Honestly, I could just list all the recent Disney show or film as an example.
Wait.
I mean, this is from Kurtzman's Star Trek. Is this nothing but a racial caricature or harmful stereotype? How about Avatar?
Nobody in this series were depicted African. The Water Tribe people were Inuit. The fucking air nomads were seen more spiritual, like people from Nepal. And Toph was heavily coded motherfucking Middle Empire Chinese Empire. And the Fire Nation was coded industrial Japan. Like, does he not realize this bullshit?
Avatar: The Last Airbender or Turning Red from Pixar.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, I could just list all the recent Disney films. Well, not that one. That one.
But you can list it, right? You can list it. You dumb fuck. Racism and stereotypes still affect motherfucking modern media. It does. But you're looking for an out to say, no, it doesn't happen because it don't happen in this one place.
It's actually a little racist. It just seems strange that to support your argument, you chose decades-old media, half of which comes from another country, and you presented it without any context. Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball is a badass. When we first meet him in the story, he's one of the most powerful characters in the series.
But he's seen as a dumb fuck. Okay. Like, literally, in Dragon Ball, Mr. Popo makes broken English words, and he's more indicative of a genie than anything, and that even has even worse racial stereotypes. But let's go.
The same goes for Taco Love from Shaman King. Yeah, he looks ridiculous, and his character is part of the comic relief, but his origin is...
Oh, he's from Shaman King. Oh, with Gina, we're talking about how there are no racist stereotypes in media at all because something points to something. All right, let's go.
Very well handled. After his parents are killed, he joins the gang Shaft and winds up killing a man on Christmas. The shock of this makes him leave the gang, and eventually he bumps into this homeless man named Arona. Arona's a shaman, and his spirit is a jaguar that he's named Mick, or Mick Jaguar. His shtick is silly puns, which he teaches to Chaco. The boy carries the guilt of the murder he committed, and during the Shaman King tournament, he fights the man's kids. They kill him, and when he dies and he goes to the Great Soul, he basically thinks he deserves to be there and doesn't want to be brought back to life. The entire arc is beautifully written. It goes into the pain of the cycle of violence and what it can do to a person. I understand that his design looks bad, however, the context of the character also matters. She then goes on
The design looks bad, and that's what they're talking about. You dumb. Okay, let's go.
to make a stunningly revealing statement. Quote, when your people is consistently represented in such a harmful way or just completely removed from media as a whole, they end up clinging to characters that aren't even their race or even a person at all. Well, that's racist. Listen to yourself.
But it's true. Oh God, fuck. Literally, again, because of media representation, when you hear the word thug, what do you think? Do you think some mobster that used to fucking run with Al Capone and shit like that? No, we know what most people think of when you hear the word thug. So stop the bullshit, you dumb fuck.
You think it's unfair to have to identify with characters who aren't your race. Honestly, no one made you write that. No one. You wrote that all on your own. It's somehow unfair that you have to cling to characters who aren't your race, some who aren't even human. I can only imagine the hell you must have went through trying to.
And this is where I come to the question where, why don't this motherfucker think that he has to draw an avatar with darker skin? I just wonder about that. Why do he think that he needs to draw an avatar of a character with darker skin? No, you should draw anime as the way it was meant to be drawn, with fairer skinned people. No, go ahead, do that. Oh wait, you're drawing a character that identifies more to what you feel that you identify more with? This is that shit. This is that bullshit of the fucking pot calling the kettle black. Or the pot calling the kettle blackened. Real phrase. All right, let's go.
Watch Cars, the horror of Bambi, the pain of The Lion King, the conniptions you had when you realized that no one in Star Wars is actually human. Missing from her racist comment is a basic consideration. What if people aren't clinging to characters because of their race, but because they like the characters? Why assume that they're doing this because non-white characters are supposedly unavailable or just racist caricatures? She goes on, quote,
Because, wait. If you constantly see a representation of how you look as the bad guy or the stupid one or the really strong one but can't put two fucking words together, how do you think other people see it? Okay. Oh God.
So we get events like Blacktober, headcanons, and AUs of characters as black or black-coded, which are usually met with intense backlash from white people who act as if we oppressed them like they did us. Or they could be pointing out your hypocrisy. The position you presented is that it's important to see characters who match your race, and yet.
So shut up if the character doesn't match your race. Just shut up and deal with it, because you should be able to identify with them no matter what. Okay.
Here you are literally erasing representations of their race. Worse, sometimes the characters that are changed aren't.
Oh, I'm not oppressing you. You're oppressing me by changing a character that I identify with. Well, if it's so important that you identify with it, why don't you give credence to what I'm saying? No, that's not the way it worked. We created these characters first. But you just said that you shouldn't matter what color the skin is as long as you identify. No, but we had that character first, so you shouldn't change the race. But I thought race wasn't important. No, it isn't. But I like to keep it the way it is. Yeah, no. The fuck, as this motherfucker said, the hypocrisy of it is really, really fucking crazy.
Even white. Most anime and manga characters, despite what they look like, are Japanese. Why do you get to race swap those non-white characters? And when you're not race swap,
says the guy who is race swapping an anime style character. Okay.
swapping people, you're claiming any and every brown-skinned character as black, ignoring that plenty of other people have brown skin. Now below this, she included a picture of a race-swapped Beast Boy from Teen Titans, with the caption, "Beast Boy is actually black." Just ignorance everywhere.
There have been several iterations of Beast Boy, Changeling, and Garth. He's actually green, but there have been several iterations. Some when he started off as Caucasian, some where he started. Oh no, she's not because reasons. Even though he's green, and this is like there have been several different ways he's looked, like from this to this. Like we know how there have been changes to the way Beast Boy has actually looked. I just like there's different ways that he got his power. Like I don't fucking know. And then there's different continuities and all this other shit. I don't know. I just okay. This hurts my head. This stupidity hurts my head.
You know what? I'm not even going to explain what's wrong. I'm just going to show the picture. Because Cyborg is like, nigga, do I mean nothing to you? See, doing things like race swapping characters from a team where there is a black guy on the team makes it look like your issue isn't about...
Wait. Not only did he just say, wait. You're limited to one black person on the team. One. Only one. You're limited to one black person on the team. Just one. Oh, wow. I wonder what happens if you found out that Aqualad is black. Like, I know, right? Like fucking Calder is black. I guess that's race swapping too. Even though his father is the black Mantha, and okay.
A lack of representation, but that you just want to claim certain characters because you like them or they're popular or both. She continues, quote, I know a lot of you think that when a white character is recast as black, you might say that this is blackwashing and it never mattered in the first place if they were white or not. They were white just because white is a default. This is why Halle Bailey, a black woman, is Ariel now.
Wait. The Mer people in ancient Greek mythology, and like let's be honest with you, if Ariel is the daughter of Triton, which is the son of Poseidon, they weren't exactly white, dog. They that's not how that works, man. They were Mediterranean at best, and the Mer people had skin the color of lima beans. Like, I'm just saying, because they were Mer people. Okay.
No, those characters are white because that's how their creators envisioned them. Most of the characters you seem fixated on come from Western media. Most Westerners are Caucasian. People tend to write what they know, so it's typical to see creators make characters that look and behave like people from their culture. White people will probably create white characters, just like black people will probably create black characters. That doesn't mean there haven't been times when creators weren't allowed to feature non-white characters.
I have 4 characters I created. One's an elf. One is clearly Middle Eastern. One is, to be honest with you, is like kind of white, and like one is like fucking black, like motherfucking Daisy up there, Arcturus. Arcturus literally means African Daisy. Like, she's black. I like, dude, you don't fucking get it. Like, oh my god. And for the longest time, people wrote shit that was racist. Why don't you go study H.P. Lovecraft? But no, wait, that has too many words. It's not a big picture book that you can't say, ooh, look. Okay, let's go.
Especially as leads in a show or film or book. A great representation of the bigotry black creators faced was the Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode Far Beyond the Stars, which was in part based on the experiences of black sci-fi writer Sam Delaney, who couldn't even have his picture in his own books back in the 60s. So yes, there are absolutely times when people will demand a white character over a non-white character, but to assume that every time you see it, that's what's happening, requires proof. You could be right. There are plenty of people.
Oh yeah, that time. Remember that time we disproved the negative? Like, yeah, about that time. Yeah. That time we disproved the negative. Like, I know, right? We disproved that something doesn't exist. And the fact that you give a fucking example of the time where a lot of this media was created in the 60s, where does he not get the bullshit that he's explaining right now? The fact that he gives a time frame when a lot of the popular characters were created in the 60s that black people couldn't even be represented in their book, I don't think he really gets the shit. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Fucking idiot.
Who still hold racist views, but you need to provide proof, not just make the claim like you do here. Quote, but when you cast a white person to play a POC character or redraw them as white, you are actively contributing, mocking, and taking away what little representation we have, which is why it is so clearly a big issue. Maybe go through 400 years of oppression and then we can talk. Oh, your ass has been alive for a long time.
He did not say, well, you didn't go through that oppression. Oh my God. You didn't go through that oppression, so it shouldn't fucking matter to you. Motherfucker, I'm still living in oppression. Now, like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I'm not getting whipped and beat on the shit, but like, it is a reason why I am glad that I received a name that doesn't look like I'm black. Because we still see racism and prejudice happening in the fucking world today. Again, going back, if you would have heard the word thug, what is the picture that you have in your head? Until we can get that shit flushed out of people's head, fuck you, dude.
Here's the problem with your argument. People aren't mocking the existence of black characters. They're mocking your justification for race swapping. The common argument made by the blackwashers is that the original race of the character doesn't matter because the character isn't real, so they can be whatever race anyone chooses. But when people change a non-white character to white, the blackwashers object, claiming the original race is important. The blackwashers are trying to have it both ways, and it simply
No, you dumb fuck. Because what happens is this: when somebody blackwashes the character, they create a completely different character. Look, I know, weird, right? Instead of saying make Peter Parker black, they make Miles Morales. Instead of saying make Tony Stark black and a woman, they make Riri Williams. Instead of saying make Thor a woman, they actually just give the hammer to Jane Foster. Like, this is the shit that I don't get. They never take the whole character and just completely swap them over. No, because you dumb fucks can't understand a title and the actual character. Now, if you want to say the way they did Wally West in DC Comics after DC New Rebirth, guess what? DC makes some stupid shit and they make some crazy shit all of the time. So the fuck what? Like, I don't get it. It's just like, these fuckers don't realize that the original character is still out there. Oh, they made Captain America black. What about fucking Isaiah Thomas, who literally was the first black Captain America, that they literally showed you like in a representation of, I don't know, the fucking Tuskegee experiment that they did with black soldiers. But y'all fuckers don't want to think that. They want to think that everything, when they change the character, that means they changed the whole character out. No, you dumb fuck. They literally say in Marvel, specifically Marvel, heroes are known by their title, but they're still around. Tony Stark and fucking Riri Williams are different people. Nobody said, "Hey, Tony, let's throw you on some, in some skin darkener. Let's give you those darkening shots and change you to Riri Williams." No, the character still exists. These motherfuckers never say that about the other 6 times Steve Rogers gave up being Captain America and passed it on to all these other different, as long as it's a straight white man, oh no, that's good. But the minute Falcon, he was training to be Captain America, gets the fucking shield, it's a fucking problem. Because reasons.
doesn't make sense. Black Panther is a perfect way of revealing this because his race is important to his character. To change that completely alters the point being made by his character.
No, it's not just his race. He is quite literally a genetic line for this shit. Like, he is a fucking theocratic mononistic king. You can't just say, oh, we're gonna change this person from Black to Black Panther because it is literally a family title. And there are times where somebody has came up and says, hey, I may not be Black Panther, but I'm gonna be the White Wolf. Like literally, that's in the comics. Nobody is saying somebody white gonna play T'Challa. I don't know, like you know, a small framed white woman playing Major Kurunugi or fucking woman from Ghost in the Shell. Like literally, and I maybe butchering her name, but the Major, not that one from Hellsing Ultimate, but the Major literally is a robot woman, and people complain about her being whitewashed. Simply put, not because she was a white woman taking over a Asian woman. Like no, because she just didn't have the build or the screen presence to be the fucking Major from Ghost in the Shell. Okay, all right.
Namely, the idea of what an uncolonized, technologically advanced, arrogant African more arrogant African nation would be like. Now, there are examples.
Wait, did y'all just hear that shit? Like, just like, okay, let's go. Let's hear this shit.
Is important to his character. To change that completely alters the point being made by his character. Namely, the idea of what an uncolonized, technologically advanced, arrogant more arrogant African nation would be like.
Now, watch this shit. Like, listen to this bullshit that he just said.
Race is important to his character. To change that completely
alters. Watch this.
Alters the point being made by his character. Namely, the idea of what.
Let me slow it back down to normal speed. Because this shit, I just caught this shit. And this is hella fucking racist.
An uncolonized, technologically advanced, arrogant more arrogant African nation.
Did you just catch that? Did he just say that if more arrogant African nature? Wow. I mean, like, fuck self-hate. Now, I bet you a fucker like this would never actually say he read the comics. He's doing the Marvel MCU. I know everything about MCU type shit. Like, he's doing that dance, but like, okay.
Would be like. Now, there are examples where race swapping actually works. A great example of this is Magneto. He was retconned into being a Holocaust survivor, which totally changed the tone and meaning of his character, turning him into a warning about how someone who suffered as he did could become the very thing he hates. All of that is ignored when you decide that race swapping can just be done when it suits you. As I just showed with Magneto, you can make an argument for race swapping, but it needs substance. You can't just do it because you want to claim the character.
But nobody... Okay. What? You're telling me that Marvel named their character Black Panther after the Black Panther Party, even though they were getting hate? What? Only a fucking radical like Stan Lee would do that. Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
She goes on to say, quote, black edits are made out of love, and very clearly, the longing to be part of a certain media, whereas whitewashing is made out of hate, spite, malice, and to anger us. Don't be a part of the people who blame us for not being represented. No, I think the edits are made out of a sense of shame and envy. I don't doubt that plenty of blackwashers actually like the characters, but...
Again, he's not getting... Shame and envy. Shame of what? Shame of what? Shame of what? You dumb fuck. Okay. Like, no. You're just mad at the way you represented the media. How we represented the media. It doesn't matter because race swapping shouldn't be done. Well, okay, but why don't we have some positive role models? It doesn't matter what role models you have. You should be happy with what we give you.
But that doesn't explain the race swapping. You can like a character without wanting to change the race. The race swap happens because of a desire to be popular, to be chosen, to be to the fault. This is...
Says the pick-me motherfucker that is literally shitting on people saying more arrogant African nation. Okay.
Isn't entirely or even mostly black people's fault. We live in a culture that's treated black people negatively for centuries. We're still in living memory of Jim Crow laws. You don't get to normalize that level of bias and hate and think none of it will become part of an undercurrent of the culture.
It's like he's almost there and he doesn't. Fuck. Okay.
Chris Rock once joked that a white guy wouldn't want to be him because he's black, even though he's rich. That's probably true, and you're not going to get rid of that attitude quickly. That shit sticks with you, which is why I think so many black people latch onto certain characters in certain cultures, even though we have a subculture of our own.
Says the guy who is literally using an anime style avatar. Okay.
Even though that culture has spread so far that damn near every popular form of music can trace its roots back to jazz or blues, even though our style of dress and slang dominates culture, that negativity that was literally beaten into us is still there, and it manifests in things like blackwashing. We want to be seen, we want to be valued, and so black people will change popular things to make them like us.
But most of the people who change one character from one character who has a title to another character aren't. Brian Michael Bendis isn't black. He's white, dog. Like oh god. Okay.
Because if those things are loved, they look like us, then we'll be loved too. And it's ironic because we have the ability to change this, but most black people aren't doing it, which makes Sister Girl's final tweet all the more ironic. Quote, "So let's help make these simple dreams real and boost black creators till the gap is fixed. We need cartoons about black wizards and knights, black love and triumph. Black stories are needed, y'all." But
like that wasn't calling for blackwashing. Okay.
you can't do that if you're just blackwashing characters. Where is the African version of The Lord of the Rings? Are you telling me no one can do this? No one has the interest in doing it? No one.
If they did the black version, oh my god, this is like, mind you, this is after. After the whole shit about black elves and tokens. Lord of the Rings on Amazon. Oh no, Chris. He had a shit fit about Idris Elba being chosen as James Bond. He had a shit fit about the shit. So yes, he will be shitting bricks. Okay, let's go.
One wants to delve into African folklore and mythology and create an epic fantasy? Instead, you'd rather make Tolkien's European-inspired elves, dwarves, and hobbits black, completely ignoring how he described the races? You're a fantastic artist. I don't know what your storytelling skills are, but your art skills are solid. Are you telling the stories you want to read? If not, why not? If yes, are those stories all about race? Or are they the same kind of stories that so many people, including black people, find universally appealing? Instead of swapping out characters, why don't you create your own original characters? Instead of basing those stories on...
But a lot of these characters that are race swapped are original characters. Oh god, I can't. All right, let's go.
European history and folklore, why don't you look into other cultures or just...
I mean, like, what if, like, spoiler alert, what if they, and I know it's created in comics, what if they actually took a black man and made him the fist of, the god Khonshu, other than Mark Spector? Oh, wait, they've done that in comics. And people hated that because, no, Moon Knight is white, like the moon. For some reason, the Egyptian god has a second avatar that is black. An Egyptian god has a second avatar that is somehow black, and that's a okay. Doctor Who. Wait, if Doctor Who's race can be changed if Doctor Who's race can change sex when they regenerate, does that mean that they can populate with other repopulate to other Time Lords? I don't know. I've actually never watched Doctor Who, but yeah, sure. Because reasons. Let's go.
Make shit up. Are you telling me that you can't come up with some shit like Elden Ring? I know I have an overactive imagination, and I doubt that everybody else is like me and has no interest in publishing anything. Some of you can do this and do it without making every story about race.
But then when you do that shit and you want the same push that everybody else is getting, why do they want the same push? Meritocracy, meritocracy, meritocracy. Like, oh my God. Fuck. Oh my God. And never mind that we have, what does it say we tell the same 4 stories in history. Okay. Oh God, okay.
So do it. Instead of blackwashing characters, make original characters. Create original worlds. Combine concepts and ideas.
Miles Morales, Riri Williams, what was another one? Kamala Khan, like, the Falcon, okay, let's go.
That normally aren't seen in Western media. Do the thing you claim you want to see instead of taking someone else's idea and demanding they change it to suit you.
But these are literally artists and authors that are given permission from the publishers to do this shit. I fucking can't. These non-creative ass bastards that live their life on the fucking hatred of all these other fucking white racist motherfuckers that will fucking cry out loud. Then why are you swiping the race? Race shouldn't matter to you except when you swap the race to me. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. But no, it only matters when these motherfuckers' feelings are hurt and you making their feelings hurt. This is like that shit from Eric July. Like, Miles Morales shouldn't exist. You taking Spider-Man? No, you dumb fuck. Y'all fuckers are get the racist dick out of your mouth in order to get fucking money. And no, I'm not making the fact that he's bisexual, and he said he's bisexual, but I'm not making that joke. But you are literally filleting all these racist ass people, all these insecure ass people's dream to say you shouldn't be doing that because reasons. It is so fucking stupid and it's so short-sighted of you. Because the fact is, you can't see past the fact that you're doing with your own avatar. But of course, yeah, I know, I mean, y'all, really, what does that matter? One rule for me and not for thee. Never mind. Wait. Never mind. These fuckers will never say Spider-Gwen should exist. Or, Ben Riley shouldn't exist. Never mind, these motherfuckers actually like Superior Spider-Man Doc Ock, but Miles Morales is, for some reason, it's bad that he exists. No, motherfuckers, y'all's tokens, and y'all don't want to be the only token there is on the fucking group. But anyway, oh wow, I'm done. Fuckers like this piss me off, and yeah. You literally are using an anime avatar that you colored to look more like you, or had somebody else colored to look more like you. Why are you using anime style? Why don't you use African style art? Literally, the hypocrisy of this bullshit just undoes me. But it's these race hustlers that's trying to push it. Fuck this dude, man. Fuck these people. Anyway, guys, as I always say, do the YouTube shit. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching live, hit that like button. And thank you guys for watching. And we're gonna cut this clip here.
If I gave myself the power